Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mahesa. This is my pronunciation drill workshop project. Without further ado, let's start it. Part 1. Baby Caterpillar was tired. All summer long she had been traveling slowly through the green world where she lived, and feeding on the green leaves that grew near her home. Now autumn had come and Mother Nature had given a holiday to the leaves, who put on their new dresses of red and gold and played tag with the breezes. Baby Caterpillar wanted to play too, but could not run so fast as the happy little leaf, and she grew very tired, and thought she would take a nap. So she found a cozy place among the branches of grapevine and made herself a soft, silky blanket. Then rolled herself away within it, and then in her queer little cradle went to sleep. One night late in the fall, Jack Frost came over the hill. He spied the cradle swinging to and fro, and began to play roughly with it, for he is a roguish little fellow, and touches everything that comes in his way. But the warm blanket hid the little sleeper, so that Jack could not find her. By and by King Winter came, bringing beautiful snow blankets to Mother's flower babies. He gently rocked the cradle as he paced, and whispered, "Sleep, baby, sleep. You have no need of my blanket." At last spring came with the sunbeams, the best and merriest of Mother Nature's helpers. They awoke the flowers from their long winter nap and called to the birds and the brooks to begin their songs. When they came to the little brown canal, they stopped to rest, and Baby Caterpillar began to get very warm under the thick blanket. She woke up and stretched herself, and her cradle broke, and she came out to get the spring, but wore a chain instead of the old teeny dress that she went to sleep in. She now had a beautiful yellow one, and instead of crawling among the leaves, she flew up and away into the sweet spring air to play with the sunbeams and flowers, and little children called her a butterfly. 1. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he wood as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Can you can a canned can into an canned can like a canner can a canned can into an uncanned can? Silly Sally swiftly showed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally showed, Silly Sally sewed. This sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. All I want is a proper cup of coffee, made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. 5. Amidst the midst and coldest frost, with shoulders raised and loudest boast, he thrust his fist against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. 1. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he wood as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. 2. Can you can a can into an canned can like a canner can a canned can into an canned can? 3. Silly Sally swiftly showed 7 silly sheep. The seven silly sheep, silly, silly, showed, silly, shelled, sowed. The sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack, sheep should sleep in a shed. All I want is a proper cup of coffee, made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Amidst the mist and coldest frost, with thoughtest wrist and loudest both, he thrusts his fist against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. One, how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck his wood as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Can you can a can into an uncanned can like a canner can a can into an uncanned can? Silly Sally swiftly showed seven silly sheep. The seven silly sheep, silly Sally showed, silly Sally sowed. The sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. All I want is proper cup of coffee, made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. 5. Amidst the mist and cold frost, with shoulders raised and loudest bows, he thrusts his face against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye bye.